You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. We want to hear from Rangers fans after that shambles from them tonight. Give us a call, 03 717 22 3344. But the big talking point is the bombshell statement from Alexander Isak tonight. He says the relationship can't continue at Newcastle. Let's go to Jamie. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Jamie?
All right, Jay.
Yeah, hi, how you doing, lads?
I'm all right, Jamie. How you feeling after hearing that? It's all come out now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lifelong Newcastle fan. Been a fan for 25 years. I think it's outrageous. It's an outrageous statement to lead with. I think making leading comments around the club's handling. That club has been around long before Isak, and it's not there to serve his needs. So I appreciate he's got ambitions. Speak to his agent. He signed a 6-year deal. He's halfway through it. The club hold all the leverage, and I think we haven't even had a reasonable offer yet, which is the big talking point. So. Alexander Isak can want what he wants, but until Liverpool pay up what we think we're owed, we're not going to sell him.
Okay, but if there has been promises made, right, which he's coming out with, behind closed doors, there's obviously been conversations about his future, and they've broken them promises. As a player, personally, you're going to get the You're going to be like, no, I'm not having this. I've stuck around. Yeah. I've done the business for you. I won you a trophy, helped win you a trophy. He's your best player last season, got you Champions League football, and, I want to move on.
Look, there's a right way to go about it, right? Like, you don't down your tools and disrespect the fans and the people that have paid the money to come and watch you day in, day out. So I appreciate he's got ambitions. What I will say is that, I'm hearing different things in terms of what the club have actually done. So it's one thing for him to come out and say promises have been made. I mean, look, you can spin it any way you like. I mean, I've seen comments around, the players' side of things. I've then seen comments around the fact that those agreements don't exist. I think you said the same thing, Jay, right? I think I've seen a couple of different sides of the story from yourself. So, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The club's got to protect its best interests. It's got to protect its investments. And look, make an offer, Liverpool. Like, make a decent offer. Like, if you're going to offer it, 110 million was never going to get him, and they've not done a single thing since. So, the other thing I'll add is that I haven't seen a transfer request come in for Isak, and there's a very good reason for that. It's probably because he'll forfeit a load of bonus as well. So at the moment, all I'm seeing is a player that's paid 120 grand a week, right, whinge about not getting the move that he wants, downing tools and not playing. And it's super disrespectful to every single fan and everyone else at that club, especially Eddie Howe. I mean, he came to the club, Isak? I don't think he scored 10 goals a season before he came to the club. And quite frankly, it's a middle finger up at the coach and his team. So it's not on.
Do you know what, Jay? I do agree with largely what you're saying there. And it's such a difficult situation. What I would say is that it's one thing holding all the cards, but if you can't play them, you might just have to fold them, because the situation is not going to get any better from this point. And Isak, this is his, you're right, it is inflammatory. He knows what he's doing. He's come out. It's tactical. And for the sake of this conversation, let's assume what he's written in this statement is true, because I can't see him coming out making lies, all right? If he does feel aggrieved, he does feel as though that he has been let down and the club have not been honest with him and that trust has gone, there has to be a point where everyone somehow moves on from this. And I think the worst case scenario right here, right now, is that the transfer window shuts and Isak is still a Newcastle player. I honestly, genuinely feel that's the worst for everyone. Newcastle and Isak, right? No one benefits. No one gains from that. And it's all well and good saying, you're right, he signed a contract, he's duty bound to do that. Yeah. But that doesn't make things better. The best thing for... Go on.
I agree, Cundy. What do you do? Like, you got a couple of different options. If you let him go now, you're showing that the club can be leveraged, right? If we let him go after taking this route and just going about it so incredibly poorly, then the club is going to look bad, right? If we just let him go. Again, it comes back to the point that we still not had an
I tell you what. Look really good, and keep him. What does that look like for you? What does that future look like for you? I've just said that now. What does the next 3, 4, 5 months until the window opens in January look like for you?
I mean, I think it looks like he'll have to do his job. I mean, look, the player's going to say what he wants now. He's trying to orchestrate a move to another club, but when the window closes, World Cup year, he's going to do what he needs to do.
No, but you're not answering my question, right?
What's your question?
What does it look like for you as a Newcastle? Forget him. Forget him. You keep going back to Isak. Forget Isak for the time being. What I'm asking you is, what does this cloud look like between now and when January window opens, right? Because I'll tell you now, this is what will happen. You'll keep him. The poison and the toxicity around Newcastle will get worse. And then you can't wait to get rid of him and move on because of how bad it's going to be. That's what it feels like will look like.
I think it's results based. Like it might, we start losing a couple games, then I wouldn't disagree with you. It ain't going to look good, but also I think that we've got to remember is that we've got a very good squad. Like Isak is not the only superstar of an average team. Like that team is made up of world class players. I truly believe that.
Just get rid of him then.
A striker right now.
Just get rid of him. Take the fee. Get rid of him. Move on.
Yeah, but again, give us an offer. Like
110 million.
110 million quid. I mean,
110 million is not going to get. Have you seen some of the players?
Okay, how much do you want for him? How much do you want?
I think 130 at least.
Right, so you're quibbling over 20 million pounds now, right? That's where we're at. 20 million. Okay.
We're talking about value.
No. Is it 20 million that's going to break this deal down? You
bought him for 60.
Yeah, but
you're going to sell him for 110, 115. You're not going to get 130 million quid for him.
I think you'd be surprised. Obviously, we're going to get. We didn't accept 110.
He's burying. He's burying your football club, though. That's what he's doing.
I worry.
He's burying your reputation. The way he's treating you, the way he's acting.
His own reputation.
No, he ain't. Because when he leaves, it's all going to be forgotten because he's going to go and bang in goals.
He's burying our reputation. That establishment will be around long.
Yeah, of course, and it's a fantastic football club. But what he's doing right now, he's damaging the football club. He's damaging it because he's coming out with all these statements and the way he's acting.
Sorry, have you
making Newcastle look like a mockery?
The words here.
That's just not true.
But it is.
Why, so explain your comments then.
Well, he's damaging.
Why do we look like a mockery?
Because he's damaging the reputation of the football club.
You've not dealt with this well either.
Well, because you haven't dealt with the situation. You've allowed it to happen. Yeah. Other players are going to look at it. You can't sign a player because everyone's looking at going, what's going on with Isak? He's damaging the football club.
What can you do if a player wants to leave? Right?
Sell him.
And he decides to go and
sell him. Get rid of him.
You get a reasonable offer just because someone.
It's 110 million pounds.
Doesn't mean
he's not Maradona.
The first offer.
He's a good player.
O'Hara, look, mate. I've seen you talk both sides of the aisle. Anyway, I saw you this morning on another broadcast.
But I think you're holding him to ransom. Let him go.
I saw.
Let him go.
Change when it was Kane a couple of years ago, and how those agreements don't exist. It's got to be contractual. So
I've never said that about Harry Kane. Harry Kane was chained to the radiator at Tottenham.
Mm. See, the problem
is that your opinions change depending on who it is. Like you saw it.
I've never said that about Harry Kane.
I think that was me.
You saw it from the Tottenham side.
No. I tell you what. It was me. But here's the thing, right? Different players act in different ways. Okay, and Harry Kane. From what we know, and we will never know all the facts, but Harry Kane apparently was given promises by Daniel Levy. Harry Kane is a Spurs legend, right? He was the captain of England, the highest goal scorer at Spurs of ever. He has a status at the club. Isak, believe it or not, is not a Newcastle fan. He doesn't care about his reputation at the club. He doesn't care about Newcastle now. That relationship is broken. It's gone. It's poisonous. It's the worst divorce ever. One of the worst divorces we could see in English football. Cut ties. It's going to hurt.
Away from it's a bad divorce.
Cut ties in. Get rid.
You face the facts.
But again, like you get rid and then what? You get the next big.
I know, but who's going to be an Isak at the club?
Isak's. So if you do that, hold up. If you create a narrative where you go.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that football.
But that's your opinion.
No, I don't believe.
My opinion is that you need to be able to.
Yeah, but who else is capable of doing this to Newcastle?
Well,
name them. Name the player. Name the player. And ain't Isak.
The only player that I think could do it to us that would create this big would be Bruno, but I don't think he would ever do it.
Well, he might do. He might not. He might do. He might not. I just feel that you're not Manchester United. You're not Liverpool. You are Newcastle.
That's irrelevant.
Well, it isn't irrelevant, I'm afraid.
It is irrelevant, mate.
No,
it is irrelevant.
I just think on this occasion it's not.
Half of his contract left, right? And
keep it. I tell you what, keep him. See how that plays out.
If we keep him, I guarantee you he'll be scoring again.
I guarantee you he don't. I guarantee you he don't. Jane,
lads, I'll make a deal with you. I'm
telling you now, he's done. He's done. He's finished.
If we keep him,
he ain't gonna score goals. So he don't want to be there, mate. He don't want to be there.
He don't want to be there now because he's trying to orchestrate a move. I'm not saying that he's going to want to play for our football club forever. No one's saying
mate,
that.
do me a favour. How would you even want a player coming back into the team after what he's come out and said?
Jamie,
after the statements he's coming out with.
It's been a great call, right?
From a point of view, it obviously ain't ideal, but who do you replace him with?
No, Jamie,
name me a striker that you replace him with.
But here's the problem. Newcastle can't get their hands on a striker.
Yeah, we've struggled with strikers.
I know, but why would...
No one's disputing that, but we're hamstrung by a different issue. I agree with you.
So you want to keep a striker there who don't want to be there, hates the football club, down tools, don't want to play, refusing to be
it's poisonous.
But you're going to keep him and hope that he turns up and when the transfer window opens,
and you
the
fans,
transfer window closes, and go, oh, he's back and he's going to score goals and we're all going to love him because he's.
You fans aren't going to welcome him back. You're going to boo him. You're going to hate him. You're going to, it's
done.
I don't know whether you know how. Look, who knows what the future holds? As Newcastle, if I was a Newcastle fan, I would fear that when the window shuts on the 1st, that chance to move him on and make good the club and move forward as one, because it's fractured. And this statement here right now, he's doing as much damage as he possibly can. That I don't know how a player comes back from that.
He doesn't come back from that.
I don't know how a player does.
He doesn't come back.
He knows the situation he's in. He knows what he's doing. He's absolutely, totally aware of the time frame that between now and when the window shuts, and he's now just trying to say, do everyone a favour. And as hard as it is to breathe as a Newcastle fan, I think the time has come to just cut that relationship now.
Yeah, move on. Let him go. You can have your say on this, though. It's a great call from Jamie. I appreciate you phoning in. Keep them coming in, Newcastle fans. Liverpool fans want to hear from you as well. What does the future look like for Alexander Isak? 03717 22 3344.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.